this will be one of the knives I give away. I mean, if somebody wants one of these things, I guess let's make up the rules right now. I said the next video I would have some rules, but I didn't actually come up with any. So let's do her now, I guess. Let's have you subscribe. And I don't think I can see who likes videos. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check and I'll put a note. Otherwise, you'll have to comment. Just comment anything, whatever you want. I'll make another like short or whatever. Say we're announcing the winner, and I will announce it and then try to get a hold of whoever it was that wins, and I'll ship you a knife. Well, yeah, you'll have to let me know if you're left or right-handed, and I'll ship you whatever side you want. If it's the right hand, it'll be ready to go because I'll have an extra. If it's left hand, I'll just have to make one real quick, but shouldn't be a problem. You can make whatever you want, but yeah, them's is the rules. Well, I've run into a bit of a dilemma. So yeah, I use this drill here to punch the holes in, and it's 211, 212, somewhere in there. The pivot and everything is supposed to be 217 thousandths, and then I'm supposed to be able to polish it to fit. So like this pin right here, 216 and a half, and then this hole is supposed to be about 220, 221, and that's a nice fit. But for some reason that drill went to 225, about somewhere in there. So all four of these, the hole is just too big. So that's my dilemma. All these handles, the hole is the correct size, it's on size. But all the blades, it's oversized. So the only solution is to make all the holes in the handles bigger. And that's difficult because this is not actually a through hole. There's a shoulder in this one. So I can't just run a drill or a reamer through it. So yeah, I'll bring it back when I figure out a solution to the handles. So here's my reamer drawer. Let's see, the closest thing I think I have, this is actually a 218.2185 reamer. So just bigger than, actually it's measuring 224, or 220? Let's see. So what I like to do is just pinch it and then rotate the reamer in reverse. $220, you have to check it a couple times. 220.05, 219. So I'd say this is probably a 220 reamer, and it's actually already a flat tip. We'll see if we can somehow get it to go right into that hole just right. All right, so I'm gonna probe this hole. I wonder if I can, it might be too small to do it. Find center. Our center. This is where having a coil would be super nice. How are we looking? All right, I think I got it. I got it pushed up into that corner. I think WD-40 makes reamers cut a little bit undersized, and I think that'd be good for test fitting anyways. So let's go about 1500 RPMs. All right, now we're gonna go make a new pin, try to size it to the blade, and we'll see how it fits. Woohoo, come on. All right, so I took, it's a head bolt out of an old 7.3 Power Stroke. I have a bunch of those. And they're already pretty hard. I already machined it down to the OD of the big part. All right, so there is 223. Let's see. Yeah, our blade, it's about where we want it. Kind of have to work it on. And then I can lap it to size. So the question is, will this fit inside the handle? Let's get a little chamfer. Oh yeah. And just a little dab of oil. Let's see, check our blade. Oh yeah. See, that's about where you want it. Question is, will it fit inside the handle? Nah. Well, let me see how much polishing I have to do with sandpaper to get it to fit. Alright, I think I got it where it needs to be. It did take quite a bit of running it through the sandpaper. But I think she'll fit. Oh yeah. So that's about the fit we want. The problem is, I mean, I'm gonna have to ream them all before I sand them all. Because it took quite a bit to get it sanded down to this size. I'm also kind of thinking, so there's our shoulder in there. Maybe. Come on, focus. So you can kind of see the shoulder in there, all that red stuff sitting on it. Not this shoulder, the one inside the hole. So I could, because this one will be kind of hard to ream and it'll be really hard to polish with the sandpaper. So I'm thinking, because it goes in the handle this way, I could have the blade right on this section. I could open up this side of the handle and I could keep this size down at the 0.217 that it was originally supposed to be. That way I don't have to do any adjusting to this handle. I think that's what I'll do, just because that'll make it a little more precise and one less thing to have to do. Anyways, kind of a bummer, but shouldn't be a big deal. I'll just machine this shoulder right here and we'll just have to polish up all those other holes a little bit bigger. Alright, I think I got it. We're going to part it off a little bit long in case I need to make some adjustments. I can grab onto that extra little bit. A little bit more. There it is. Alright, so here's our part. Why does it suck at focusing so much? A little bit of oil on there still, but yeah, so there's where I had to kind of neck it down to fit in the other side of the handle, but that'll be good. That'll be one more shoulder to stop it. I mean, it won't be good, but it won't be a bad thing. It won't hurt anything. So here is, sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Drops in. See if we can get a blade in there too. Let's see. Does not want to go in. Oh, there we go. So it looks like, oh yeah, so we're bottoming out, it looks like, on that shoulder in there. That's what we want, and we also want it to bottom out on this shoulder. So that's where there's some pretty tight tolerances. This is mainly just to hold these handles together from being pried apart. Like if you take your knife and bend it, the idea is that this will just keep it from being able to pry apart, because we don't want it to actually clamp down on the blade, because then the blade won't be able to open and close. So we might have to make a couple adjustments once we get it all anodized and heat treat the blade, but the good news is the blade doesn't really have any wobble and everything seems to fit like it should. So just need to make a couple more pins and yeah, we'll be moving on. We got the pin made, gonna make a few more, and I just need to drill and tap the pin and then make some buttons, and that'll be all for these guys. Well, anodize and heat treat, but then that'll be all.